each each statement I just converted into pre-programming statement, and everything seems to be right. But now I need to also declare variables. I need to declare variables such as sum, ln2, sin. There are two variables, and then there are integer n terms, comma I. Is there any other third variable? There is no third variable. So I have set everything. There are only four variables: n terms, sum, ln2, sin, and I. This also has to end in semicolon. So whatever algorithm I took, I just copy pasted because this was a smaller one. I could show it everything on the screen, single screen. Otherwise, earlier algorithms were going be outside the screen, so I couldn't do that. Okay, so let me compile them. Compile this now. There is some. There is some dot x. Sorry, there is some. There is some instead of print. It should be something else. It should be printf. So it has gone. It should be. I do take. I give 10,000 numbers. 1,000 numbers. If I give 10,000, but how do I know whether it is correct or not? You can check it out against your calculator. Look at your calculator and see what is the value of ln2. What is the value of ln2? This is the value of ln2. You can search. You don't have to really worry about this. Actual value is. I don't have. I can save the actual value so that you can search it from Google also and save it. It doesn't matter where you get the actual value. So if you look at this value in 10,000 iterations, you are converge up to only 3 decimals, roughly 4 decimal. It's 31 actually. So if you increase the number of decimals, you are much better. Yes. So if you go from top to bottom to top, you are like this. But let's say same way you can go from n terms to 1 and then start the exercise. I can do the same thing here also. I guess greater equal to 1. I don't have to, I didn't, I don't have, I'm not checking whether it is odd or even. That checking part I'm skipping. I assume that they are all true. Yes. If I do it like this, I am getting a different result, slightly different. But then I would like to get it up to 10 decimals. 1 I less equal to enter. Let us do it both way. I'm getting exactly the same answer. And should there be a change? That is another question. And if there is any change, what should be the change? Anyway, that part is something which you have to figure it out yourself. And there is a reason. There is a difference between these two. So we saw these three examples, some programs. So if you are not able to, if you feel that there is something that you would like to know more about, maybe you can ask questions before we can go over to the GNU part. GNU plot part. Yes, this is something which we haven't discussed with anybody. So, is there any question? There may be question related to C programming language or any other programming language. So, I'll. Yep. If there are any questions, maybe you can ask. Just a minute. I'll come back. Yeah. Yeah. So, are there any questions? No. So, if you have any questions related to C programming or any other programming, you can always talk to me. You can discuss with me, or you can discuss with any of the teachers, or you can discuss it anywhere, or you can search on Google. Okay. Now let's go to the GNU plot part, starting with simple trigonometric functions to polynomials and other things. What I will be doing is the following. I'm going to run the start. You have to run GNU plot. It will open up like this. The first exercise is plotting functions, trigonometry. Plot sin x with lines. That's it. As simple as this. And if you look at the mouse, if you move mouse around, it will show that the axis of the mouse, the coordinates of the mouse will be shown on the left, bottom left corner. And you can even in principle nowadays the newer versions are allows you to scale or visualize a certain part. You can plot sin x star 2. This is all positive now. I can also plot x. This is basically a function. Okay, you might have seen this kind of function somewhere. I don't know whether there was any Fraunhofer diffraction pattern Was there any exercise on Fraunhofer diffraction? Any experiment? Was there any experiment on Fraunhofer diffraction, double slit? Yes. I'm not able to hear anybody.
This is our first practical, sir.
Fraunhofer or diffraction pattern, if you look at it, it looks very similar to that. It's sine square x upon x square, and the way you can give is this double star corresponds to power function. The sine into bracket and butter is that sine function is squared, not the x value, but sine function is squared, and that gives you that is so this particular term is square of sine function divided by x square. You can have x square plus x plus 1. You can have a polynomial function also like this, which will be uneven now because earlier it was even function. It was symmetry around the x-axis. Now it is not. So because of that, you get that slightly modified pattern. It will always be between -10 and +10. Okay. So this is plotting for a single function. I have some data for. I can do the same thing by doing some shortcuts. Just say plot P for plot, W for width, L for lines, and I can get the same data. Let me close everything. Start it. So I can do just say P for plot with lines. This may reduce shortens my command. I cannot shorten this particular command. This is because it's a function that cannot be shortened. That has to be there as it is. Then I can say I have a few data files. Let me see what was the using, but let me show first the data. The data is like this. It has the x-axis and you have y-axis in two column format. You can have. I also have data which is multiple column format. I think it may be. One of the file is the multiple column format, but one file, one of the first file is two column format. So the format is the following. I say plot the first data set using 1:2, which means the first axis. This is the x part and this is the y part. So what goes in on the y-axis and what goes in the x-axis? First column goes in the as the x-axis, second goes as the y-axis, and then with lines. So this is the data. It's a straight line. We'll be doing some fitting to that. That's the reason I have generated data, which is very which is which has some deviation. Okay. Instead of this, I can, if I put 2:1, what happens? So the second second column becomes y-axis, first column becomes x-axis. This also I can reduce the command. I just say u. So these are the ways I can plot single functions, one functions or one data point. Now I would like to do the following. I would like to let us look at another data. Yes. So there is another data file. So I would like to plot two data files together, or a function and a data file together. First I plot data set 1 and then I say data set 2 using 1:2 with lines. I have plotted two data sets on the same graph. You may face problems if the scales are different. Then in that case there need to be modification in the scales, or something has to be done about that. But otherwise there is no issue about plotting. So plotting will give me like this. So I can, in addition to this, let me see what. In addition to this, I can also plot the functions which I had plotted earlier. I would like to plot this. So I have plotted a function. The reason why I multiplied by 60 is because the range is from -80 to 60, and the sine function has a maximum of 1. It won't be seen in this graph. That's the reason I have just scaled up by 60. So I have a function. This is a data point, green line. The purple line is a data function, data file, whereas the blue one is a function. I can plot like this. So I will after knowing how to plot multiple files. So what we have done is plotted single data files, two data files, and you can also plot multiple functions similarly by separating commas. Now let's look at how do I label the x-axis and the graphs. That's very simple. Set x label. Time, for example, and let us replot it again. I got a x-axis labeled. Similarly, y label. Similarly, I can do a labeling for y-axis, y label, and then I can use this. I can say y label intensity arbitrary units. Yes. So now there is a y label over here. So this way you can label x-axis and y-axis. The graph part is something you can figure it out yourself. I'll tell you how to do that. In fact, it's very simple to get information. Help. A lot of information is there which you can pick up and put it in your journal sheets. So my first plot and all those things can be done. These are the commands. The one which we used was plot, but in addition there are many other commands available. You can also do some kind of programming into it. So if I search for plot, it gives me not only the syntax, but if you go through it properly, it says plot sin x cos x, plot fx is equal to plotting this function with values of a is equal to 0.2. So this can be, in fact, we can check it out. This plotting data files. You can set a range. There is something called this one is basically based on parameters. So there are several helps that you can go through. So these are and then it shows a list of subtopics for plot. we have using with. Only these are the two things that we have used, but there are many other things that can be used. So let's look at the help for with lines, line type, line width, line color. Several other options are there. Points, impulses, error lines, etc., etc. Lines point. So it can be boxes. Let me see. Look at the example. One of the example with boxes. When I say with boxes, this is what I get. This is very similar to our histogram plot. This is how our histograms we plot. So such kind of helps, you can get the help from the help command. It gives you the list of commands available, subtopics available, and then when you go to the topic, it gives you the list of subtopics and several examples also. And at the same time, you can also see online website Google for more help on a particular topic, particular thing. So that was about getting help on GNU plot. But let's see a few more examples. I would like to do this line width 6. Then here line point line point with line type 3. What I have done is I'm doing a multi-fuse lines point. It should be lines point. So first stage I did was with lines, line width was set to 6. Then here instead of line with lines, I have said lines point, and then line type is 3. Something else, not 3. It should, let me take 1. Okay, boxes, and then let us see what is this. So the thickness of the first curve has changed. This was the first curve. The thickness has changed, and then second curve had something called points. So it is not only curve, but also some points are there, and those things can be changed. I'll show you how to do that. What points corresponds to what numbers. I have said, for example, here I have said line width 6, but what does that 6 means? What does that 1 means? Line type 1. Those things I'll show you in a minute. But you can change these things. To get the information about that, just say test. Test is a command which will give you more information on that. Again, line width 6 is this thick. Line width 1, which is the 0, is this. Line width 1 is basically this thickness. You can also have dashed line types. You can have different colors, and various kinds of points are given on the right hand side. You can also draw polynomials. You can have fill patterns. You can rotate text. All these things can be done in GNU plot. Okay, so let's look at. So this is this can cover this particular part. In fact, I have also shown you how to work with multiple functions. Let's look at the key part. would like to keep a reduced version, smaller version, so that it can be shown along with the text. Okay, so this part is called key, the right side on the top right corner. The first data set could be something else, the second data set could be something else, or it may be it may correspond to different different it may have the same information or same function, but for different systems. So I would say I would like to put that also into my in my graph. That is called title. After this comes after using title data 1 in double quote. Data 2. Let's see. Now this has changed to data 1 and data 2. So this can be changed the way you want, and there is help on key. If you want to set it or not, what should be the information, whether it should be left, right, center, and which position. And this is the position. This tells me whether it should be on the left top or right top, center, bottom, and which region of that graph this key should be kept. That is basically given here, and you may find some examples over here also. Oh, there are examples. There are examples. Set key at so and so, set key below, and so forth. So you can set the key and details of that, and put it wherever you want. It could be on the right side, which is default. It could be over here, over here. It could be on the left side. It could be here. It could be at the center. It could be on any of the region or specified by the coordinates. You can even specify coordinates and share it. There are just couple of things. There are basically a couple of things now left out. Would like to show you that part on regarding the program and regarding GNU plot. Okay, here I may have data where there is just one single x-axis and multiple y-axis. So how do I do this? In fact, that is also very simple. With lines, data set 1 using 1:3 with lines. Oh, sorry, it's not there in data set 1. It's in data set 5. So data set 5 has, it's just exactly the same file name. It's exactly the same file name, but now two different columns. Column number 2 is first curve. Column number 3 is the second curve. But then there is a shortcut to this also. Since it's the same file name, I don't have to give the file name. I just have to say double quote, and it will show double quote here, but it's the same file name, so it will plot from the same file. This way I can plot multiple data from the same file and get the plots ready. Finally, I would like to do a fitting. Let me go back to the data number 1. This is a straight line. I would like to fit a data. What I do is looking at the function, it seems to be a straight line, so I take function which I define it like this: m star x plus c. This is the way I define a function, new function. And then what I do command is the following: fit f of x to this data set, fit f of x to dataset 1 dot dat file using 1:2, 1:2, means 1 as x-axis, 2 as the y-axis, and then it has to be told which parameters could be changed via m comma c, and it has done. It did the fitting and it gave me the slope as 2 and y-intercept as -21. Let us plot the function f of x with lines. So when I do the fitting, I can get the curve. I can say line width 4, so that it becomes a bit thicker line. The same thing I can do it for the original data also. Now let me define another function called g, which is basically a0 plus a1 star x plus a2 star x star 2. It's a quadratic function, and let us see what is the error. Here, if you look at the error is basically actually error. Yeah, there is the error mentioned here. Yeah, this is the error. Final sum of the residual. This is the error, which was 1782. Now let me do the fitting for g function and then see what is the error a1, a2. It's possible that it may improve or it may become worse. Well, if you look at this was the error for quadratic function. Quadratic function, this was the error. Linear, the error was shown up. More or less, it's exactly the same. Any reason why? If you look at the coefficient value of a2, it's nearly 0. Hardly any contribution. It's actually linear. So even if I take a quadratic function and try to fit it, I'm still getting a linear function, because higher powers of x has a 0 coefficient. So this way I can do the fitting to any function. I can fit any function. It's not necessarily a linear, but it can be non-linear function. Non-linear in any sense, non-linear in terms of x, or non-linear in terms of quadratic, in terms of the parameter. But well, that part we will see. We'll see later on. But you can fit any function and try to get the fitted parameters along with its error, which is given as final sum of the residues. What are the asymptotic nature? The final parameters are here. The error is here. In how many iterations? In about 197 iteration it fitted. Sorry, not 197. It fitted in 4 iterations. And there are these are the asymptotic errors. As you go to infinity, x going to infinity plus or minus infinity, these are the errors. These are the percentage errors in calculating a1, a0, a2, a1, a2 or parameters. Okay. So what we have done is we have worked out these things. We have worked out plotting functions, data, multiple datas, multiple data as well as functions in the same file, plotting, changing the labels and the labels, getting help, and then changing the line and point sizes and width. Then multiple plotting multiple functions data from the same file on the same plot, working with keys, and then fitting a data into the file, and then plotting the fitted function and the data. These are things that we have worked out. Now I would like to look at what I would like to show you is, which I will share also with you, this particular instruction on how to write the journals. Okay, so in order to write the journals, for programming exercise 1, 2, and 3, where only algorithms are given, you have to first of all write the title, details of the algorithms, and the flowchart has to be given. Detailed algorithm, as detailed as possible. I hope you can see this. I'll share this document after the presentation. After doing this, any programming language can be used to write these programs. But once you, whatever programming language you use, you should mention the key features of the programming language. What are the key features of the programming language that you have used in the program? You can discuss everything, the whole program you can discuss. That is also okay, but you need to discuss it. And then for each of the program, you have to actually work out 5 different examples with inputs and outputs. 5 different examples where the examples, you have to create your own examples, and you have to give input and output for each of the program. So the program has to be also given. You have to write the whole program, attach the whole program in the sheet or the journal report, which could be printed or handwritten. Then the outputs for 5 different cases has to be given. For programming 4, which is GNU plot, you have to carry out all the exercises that we discussed today. In addition to what we discussed, you have to write information about GNU plot, what are its features, and at least about one page write-up. And that one page write-up is basically your typed one page, which means that if you look at your handwritten, it could be at least 2 pages write-up of what is GNU plot. You can get more information from the help. Then plotting functions, how do you plot those things? Those things has been, you don't have to say question and then answer, but you have to plot, mention plotting simple functions, plotting data, plotting data having multiple entries, labeling, and then give examples. At the end, you have to give examples of above. How do you give examples? You can actually do it, save those files, and then attach it to your journal sheet. Those has to be done. So this is quite an extensive work, which takes some time, but it's not very difficult thing. So this document I will share with you, and you can prepare the journal sheets and submit it. You may have to submit it by the end of this month, I guess, because next week, Thursday is your last day for programming exercises. From Friday onwards, it will be practical. It will be electronics, and in that case, you may have to work. You may start working on electronics experiment, and you have to finish the programming exercises by the end of this month. You have to submit the journals by end of this month. Okay.
Sir?
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, so to be clear, we have to write journal and also paste the pictures of the graphs that we get, right?
See, if you what you can do is you can uh, you can write journals by hand. Suppose you write journals, every journal, complete journal by hand. So including the programming algorithm, everything. If you note down the inputs and outputs also by hand, but the program, well, the program has to be preferably not.
So,
It should be
sir,
in a text format. Program has to be in text format, not in image format, so that it can be copy pasted, or you can even upload the attach the program file.
or can we write the whole
It can be
practice,
cross checked. We
sir?
will we will cross check whether your programs whether you have just written program and didn't run but wrote the output independently. We'll check that also.
So, sir, can we write the whole this lab work in Word and then send you the
Yeah,
PDF directly? That
yeah.
would be better.
You can upload that Word file, can convert it into doc file. That is also fine. The reason why I'm insisting, I am not insisting. I am recommending handwritten. I'm recommending handwritten journals. That's because at least once you will be going through the whole material. Otherwise, you will face big problem. And the reason why I'm saying is I may have I don't know whether I have. Yeah, I think I have it here. This exercise, this manual gives discussion, information about the C programming, and then the exercises. It does not discuss any algorithm, but the algorithms were already discussed with you now, all the algorithms. But it discusses what is to be done, so we have to do it accordingly. What exercise has to be done is done according. You have to do it accordingly. Okay. I have something else. It has Uniplot. I will share you the other document. So these are some exercises. But what is to be done is given, is told, will be shared with you. In the what is to be done, put in the journal will be shared with you. That other document. Now the reason is why first thing is what could be the there are some questions which you can work out, but then you can there could be questions which is outside of this particular. There could be new other questions also. So make sure that you are well prepared for the Viva also. And if you that's the reason I said that if you have written it yourself, at least you will know what is to be done. Are there any, for example, what is the term B-square minus 4AC called? Actually, you can just search these questions and try to get the answers. Some of them may be easy to find out. What is the largest prime number, for example? You can search and you should be able to get. You may not be able to get you may not be quote the number, but what it is called, that can be find out. Then are there any applications of prime numbers? These are some examples. There are applications of prime numbers, quite extensive. Otherwise, this largest known prime number will have no meaning. People wouldn't try to go for finding out larger and larger prime numbers. It has some applications. So this is true about, these are just some sample questions. There could be a lot more other questions. So you prepare very well also for the Viva. Okay. So if you have any questions, yeah, I think I'm done with the presentation, and hopefully you will be able to write the programs, write the algorithms, and write the programs. And if you have any problem, you may you can always, as I said, you can always talk to me.